What is up, Goodman Nation? We're back with an actual video because I think I've filmed for 2 days and literally have no film whatsoever. We're on the way to this lady's house who's had the ceiling problem for the past 2 or 3 months, where I've literally had 3 months of non-payment, $1,221 that have not been paid to me for 3 months because I didn't realize that we didn't pass this inspection because I saw everything else was passed. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, oh, maybe, and it said fail on the thing. I was like, okay, well, she probably just didn't update it yet. And so I just let it be for at least 2 months. And I was like, huh, I never got payment for that. And then I went back and they're like, oh yeah, you didn't do whatever. And I guarantee they're not going to give me that payment, which is crazy because that lady's been living in my house. So we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, why are you moving over? Oh, it tells you to. Anywho, so we are on the way to her house because we don't know when the inspector's going to be there, and I told her that I'm not doing anything to this house. I'm just going to walk up in there, and we're going to meet her there, and then we are going to fix the problem so we don't have to deal with this anymore. And of course, she's not answering her phone. The tenant isn't, and neither is the inspector. So we're just going to go over there and sit there. I'm going to walk in. I'm going to knock on the door. I'm going to get this thing where we're at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:07. I'm so tired. I just woke up. No, man. Why do you gotta wake me up? I'm just like, dude. My wife has 3 children. She's at home right now. She's out. I even yelled at her for not getting up at 6:30 when her alarm goes off and she turns it off. And then at 7:11, I said, get up. We have to get up because I have to leave. And she said, and I said, no. I'm joking. I didn't do any of that. But I did get mad at her because she's the guy. Yeah, I know. I'm lying. Yeah, you know it. Okay. There's a lot of problems in my skeletons in my closet. Anyway, so I just don't understand this thing where people aren't getting up at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, and she also has a baby. So it's why aren't you getting up? And they'll be like, well, because she has a baby, she has to get up all night. Yeah, but she's up all night, partying and drugs and whatever else. So I don't want to hear about it. Anyway, so we're gonna head over there. We're gonna knock on the door. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm here to fix the ceiling, which we are, whatever, supposed to deal with because of you. And then we'll just kind of wait on this inspector. I'll call her 5,000 more times, and hopefully she'll answer. And hopefully she's not at the house right now. So anyway, we're gonna try to get some footage on the inside. If not, whatever. This is also the DHR house, by the way. I don't think anything's happened because you can call DHR on tenants, but they don't necessarily do anything. But this lady has no water. This lady has no nothing. So I don't know. They have power at least, but it's so you have heating and cooling. But how are we flushing the toilets? Probably not. Or we're going over to the neighbor's house to get their water, which I think is what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure last I checked that's not good for kids to have no water running in their house. At least in America. I mean, I understand other countries, whatever. But anyhow, all right. Well, we're almost there, so we'll see you in a second. All right. So knocked. No answer. So we're gonna go ahead and go in. This should be a lot of fun. So yeah. It's Luke the landlord. Luke the landlord. It's Luke, the landlord. It's Luke the landlord. There's no one here. There's no one here, and the power's off.
Wonder where they went. Wonder where they went. You think they just straight up just...
It's cold.
Yeah.
Power's off.
Right. Wasn't off last time.
I'm getting 0 rent. This is problematic. Because I would like to go ahead and get my rent money. But if the lights aren't on... Frick. Call Alabama Power.
Calling Alabama Power.
Ooh, this is on my landlord account. So this actually should be turned back on.
Good morning. Welcome to Alabama Power.
Okay, so great news. So that means no power, no water. Guaranteed that's why they probably moved out, because at that point there's no gas here, so that's all the utilities are off. They can't get them back on. She probably has no family members. Usually what they do is they'll get a family member to get them for them. and turn it back on, but they don't have that. So that means everyone's been out of the house, which is great. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here, we're gonna turn the lights on. This is like a little shady, but like I said, we have months of her living here, and we're gonna get that payment. So we're gonna get the water, not the water on. We're gonna get the gas power on. Thank you. Power's gonna be on. It's a remote meter, so we can be turned on. So we're gonna get turned on. We're gonna get the heat going to up to like 66, something like that. I'm gonna put it up on high just so we have the heat on. So when Monica gets here, she's happy with that. We are going to literally, you and I are gonna go in there. We're gonna move all this stuff in that room, so it's just like she can see everything in that on the ceiling. And then we are going to meet Monica here with the key, or we're gonna actually, I have a lockbox in the truck, or we're gonna go buy a lockbox. I have a bunch at my house, I just didn't think we need it right now. But we're going to come back here, we're gonna have a key here for her, she's gonna walk in there, we're gonna make sure everything passes, we're gonna get our money, we're gonna inspect and all that stuff. But the good thing is that means that this tenant is gone, which we did not like her. So that means that we can literally move forward in the next month or two of getting all of her stuff out of the house. And, which, come here, I'll show you something really great. I just noticed this. It's a great container. They literally, they wouldn't pay for the trash pickup, so you have the baby pack and play just filled with trash, more trash. They put trash in the background. You can throw trash over there. There's trash everywhere. It doesn't smell horrible yet, but it's got real stuff in it. The only other problem is that we have a refrigerator in here that will need to stay on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in, we're gonna flip pretty much all the breakers off, so if they come back, they don't have free power. And we're gonna keep an eye on this place throughout the coming weeks. We're gonna turn off the HVAC, we're gonna turn off the stove, we're gonna turn off all the main appliances. The only thing we're gonna keep on is going to be the refrigerator, and we're gonna actually plug the refrigerator in somewhere proper. And actually, we're gonna go check the refrigerator, make sure nothing's in there. Now, the Alabama Power should have the power on here in the next couple of hours. Oh, it's already on. Okay. Hey, get the key out.
Oh,
Get the key out and lock the door. It's down that side. Okay, good. Let me go to it. Let's go to one of the what's it called? One of the vents, and actually see if we have hot air coming through. What? There's so much stuff in here. It's like just. Look at this. This is a return bin. And they literally have stuff over the return. It's just clogging it. Where it's like we're not sucking anything in. Alright, here we go. Ooh, perfect. It's nice warm air. Okay, great. So everything's gonna be, the stage will be set. Alright? This is show business, okay? All about show business, okay? Section 8 is show business. This is another one of our rooms. This was I mean, great. Good job to everyone. We got bikes though, we got things we can take.
You got the water jugs.
We got so many good water jugs. DHR them, maybe they did do something.
Maybe.
But they never arrested her, and she lost all the power. It's gotta be the power is off.
Yeah, they would have contacted you, right?
Well, no, they wouldn't contact me. I mean, Section 8 would have known, yeah, and they probably would have contacted me. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The bigger thing is we can get this thing done over here, and we know we're gonna pass, and then we can go, and we don't have to worry about this. And then I get my money, we get this house back, and literally what we're gonna do is, I don't know. We're gonna have to I'm gonna have to get Tam over here. We're gonna at least get the refrigerator clean. Let's go see the refrigerator. My favorite thing to look at.
Hopefully it's
in the bathroom, which we've had no water. That's gonna be a fun one. I need to call Birmingham Waterworks and see if they're gonna turn the water on. Oh, good. Look. Yum, corn. My favorite.
Corn.
And the seafood delight. My second favorite. Oh gosh, I gotta whip that. Whew. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna get this taken care of. We're gonna get the power turned off everywhere, except for the refrigerator, just to keep things kind of cool. I'm gonna call Tam. Tam gets some work now. Today's Friday. She's not gonna want to do it, but she gets paid for this kind of stuff. So she'll come in here. I'll tell her when all the bathrooms cleaned. And she's got we have jugs of water. We'll see how much water we have, so for her to be able to clean. And then we're gonna tell her I want her to get that refrigerator cleaned out. And then we're gonna literally just let this place run. Look at this. How did Monica not see this shit? Look at this.
Dude, she's so picky about certain.
She's so picky, but then she doesn't come back here and look at anything? It doesn't make any sense. But we're gonna shut this door so she doesn't come back here. we're also gonna, you and I are gonna work on this room now. We're gonna do a little makeover here in this room, get everything cleaned up. We're gonna put the bed back on the thing. We're gonna get all the trash out of here just so she walks. Look at this, they wrecked this thing.
Oh, it was not like that last
It
time.
was not like that. Dang it.
How do you even do that?
We need to get some mud on this now, and we need to paint this. So we got some things we're gonna get done, and we will see you guys soon, okay? We'll bring you back once we're done. All right, so we got a little update. So we've got, watch behind you, don't walk into that stuff. So we got all the mud up here done. There's just a bunch of stuff that was just a problem. We got a little bit over there and spray painted some. We had this hole, literally this is wet mud, just spray painted it, like put some mud in it, spray painted it. We're done with that now. I spray painted this whole entire wall, which had all kinds of stuff on it. Looks horrible, but it's covered. We took the vent cover from the other room and put it here. Literally, guys, all we're trying to do is make this room spectacular. Sorry, I thought I was gonna come to the door. Spectacular. Like when she walks in here, she's like, wow, I mean, it's not gonna look spectacular with this garbage, but we're gonna move everything, get backpacks off, throw stuff into the closet, move all the shoes, make them look organized and stuff, just so when she walks in, she looks and goes, oh, looks great, all right, and then walks out. And then we're gonna work on the living room next. Let's get a view of the living room. So in the living room, we're gonna pretty much, oh, crap. Is this her? Where's her? No, it's not, okay, good. This is Miss, what's her name across the street? So in here, tons and tons of laundry and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stuff a bunch of it into this room, a bunch of it into that room, get everything down where it just looks like super orderly in here, organize this up a little bit. Look, there's some unopened apple juice, might take that home to the kids, you never know. Dragon Ball Z for James. We're gonna get rid of all these jugs and stuff. So this will be completely clean. So when we come back, this will be clean, all of it will be ready to go, and then we'll show you like kind of the final product and also show you the rest of the house, like the bathrooms and stuff, which we're not gonna touch. Tam is on her way. She's gonna come in probably around 1 o'clock and take care of what we call winterizing, when Section 8 tenants screw up our houses and leave. Like this, we've had this happen 1,000 times. So what we do is we get toilets cleaned, tubs cleaned, and the refrigerator and stove cleaned. All that stuff is cleaned out, so there's nothing in this house that's making it smell bad, making it like gonna be a really big problem once we get in here to start renovating. So she's gonna do that, but like I said, we'll bring you back once we have everything super organized, and you guys will enjoy seeing that. I think it's right here. Okay, so update. So we literally got everything done in the house. Everything's cleaned. There's the tenant's like girlfriend or woman that looks like a stud. Thank you. Looks like a man. So she's here for some reason because she was gonna meet for this inspection. Why does my hair look weird? Okay. Anyway, so Monica, the inspector, came by. She passed it. Literally walked in. She didn't even look, and I actually made her look at what we did, and she's like, "Yeah, this is fun." Took a picture of it, and then she walked out, and I was like, "Okay." Super nonchalant. Then this is a one-way street. She drove out the wrong way. Doesn't matter. So we got all that done. We're gonna go put a window in the back. That should take care of it. I'll show you guys what it looks like on the inside now because we cleaned up the entire thing. Of course, I get no thank you for that. And this woman is still in here, which I wish I could say she can't be in here, which she really can't because it's not her house. It's my tenant's house. But oh well. Anyway, we're gonna go get this window in and we'll film all that stuff and then we'll film inside and show you guys what it looks like. All right, come back here. Look at all the nice, beautiful trash. Yeah. And we got this little area here. Okay, look at that, all beautiful, nice. All right, put this thing in and pop this guy back into this window. All right, we're just screwing this thing in. The slumlord wood, I guess. Call it that. Now this thing's not gonna pop out anymore. It's good, it's in there. That will stop people from getting inside the fridge. Like, there's squatters in here. I'm like, bro, you guys are squatters. Legit. Anyway, come look at the trash. Like I said, I showed you guys this already. Trash. All this open road. Got the crock pot. We've got all this trash just sitting here. Done here too. We're turning off the power. getting my free power here, and that's what good. This is mysteriously she showed up, she walks away, and we don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, let's go through the house and we'll show you what's going on. So, Tenant apparently has called Section 8 and told them that she's moving out of here, which is fine, Dan. But like, you don't just get to do that without telling me that you're coming, getting out of here, because I didn't agree to that. So, which is what I'm going to tell the worker. And we're like, that's great and all. I'm happy that you guys came to an agreement, but I didn't come to an agreement of that sort with you guys. So she doesn't just get to move out of here whenever she wants to. She has to break the lease, and we have re-upped for another year because she's been in like limbo. So don't know what to tell you. So anyway, we're putting a lockbox here for Tam, and I just did that, and I literally have to get the key out again. But anyway, let's just show you what we did. So we turned the power back off because I didn't want to deal with them turning it on. So I'm going to just tell Tam what she's just hit the breakers outside, and she should be fine. But anyway, you can see the living room. I'm pretty sure you can still see it has light in it. But you, and I like how they said she said people were like breaking in. Let's shed some light on the situation. So gentle with this, like what a waste of money. Okay, look. So we got this all cleaned up. Mahmoud and I did. So when she walked in, the inspector didn't even care. She legitimately just walked in, walked right to that room, looked up, took a picture, and she wasn't even gonna look where I worked.
No, her car was still on, bumping music, blasting.
Oh yeah, music was blasting. She walked in, literally did this.
Took a picture.
And goes like this, and goes. And I'm like, and I said, well, hold on. I said, come here, let me show you what we did. I'm like, look, we did this. We fixed it right there. And then she was like, okay, yeah, that's exactly right. She's like, I hate this ceiling. I'm like, I hate you too. I don't know what to tell you. I don't hate it. She's actually really nice. But anyway, she's got all this stuff taken out, put it into the bedrooms. Then the tenant apparently has moved out. She said she's been out for like a week. Or her woman friend said she's been out for like a week. They're living somewhere else. She said they did tell the worker that she moved out. She probably didn't tell her that. She probably told her that she wants to move out, which is fine and dandy, but they have to break a lease, and if I say no, then they have to stay here for another year. So they turned off the power here, because she said that there's a zero balance, which I'm like, that's crazy, because there's not a zero balance on your water bill, that's why you don't have a water meter. But we'll see. Anywho, so power's on again. We turned it off now from the breakers, so we don't have to deal with those people doing whatever. They said that people are breaking into the back window. We put the new back window in there. The funny thing is, if someone was breaking in from the back window and going to, she said that there's poop in there. She said there's poop in that toilet, but that wasn't them. It was someone who broke in. So I'll have to let Tam know about that one. So anyway, so she's over here scavenging, going, oh, we're gonna get a truck on tomorrow and bring it over here. And I'm like, that's great. I'll really believe it when I see it. So we'll be clearing out most of this stuff. She said, oh, the trash is gonna be taken care of. No, it's not. But anyway, so we put the window back in. No one's been walking through this house, because if they did, they would have stolen a bunch of stuff. They would have stolen this TV that actually works right here. They would have stolen the stuff in her room. They would have gone through. They would have been ransacked. It would not have been just like, oh, let me look through stuff. Like, it's neatly. So no one's been coming through this house. Probably someone pushed the window in the back, but there's nothing back there. So I'm just, again, I don't really understand like what they're trying to get at here, but whatever. Anywho, hopefully ACU does not get stolen. That would be a bad thing. If it does get stolen, we'll just have to go on Facebook Marketplace and find the person who stole it and then buy it back from them, which is what normally happens. But yeah, like I said, we got this thing clean, we got that room done. We are completed on this. It will pass, it will be sent in, it will be inspected, so that inspection part is done, and we can move on. We're gonna go check out the house in Midfield, see how they're doing over there, and once we're done with that, we're pretty much done for the day. So today has been a very good day, I have to say so far. Now, the only thing I'm fortunate about, though, is that we have to. I love these things. Look at this. It's like just a little splish for your incense on the old Honeywell thermostat. I mean, it's like I wish that they had told us. I love how so the lady walks in and says, "Hey, there's like a rat that's in that outlet down there that we slid the thing in front of," and I was like, "That's cool, because I don't care at all." And so I said, that's the time to think for something for another day. And I slid it back over. I'm like, why would you do that right now? Why would you do that? Like, you guys have done so much crap to this house, and your whole thing is, oh, I need to show that there's an outlet with a rat in it. Well, that's your fault because you have to get pest control, lady. What am I supposed to do about that? Anywho, we're done here. We're going over to the other house in Midfield to get things taken care of, and we'll see you guys there. All right, so I just got in an argument with the tenant who walked over here and started talking about how the Monica's gonna sign off and then whatever, and then she's gonna get out of there. And she said something about the house. I said, oh yeah, we moved your stuff to make it look a little bit better in here. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't look good. And I said, yeah, because of you guys. And then she started absolutely like just crashing out at that point. And just it's all my fault. You didn't do the things you said you were gonna do. I'm like, I'm sorry. You have holes in the wall. You have destroyed the entire house, but it's my fault. You're right. Okay. Like, I mean, for goodness sake, take a left here.
She threatened you?
Did she threaten me? No, she didn't threaten me yet. I just told her, like, you know, here's the thing, just get the hell out of here. So, anyway, so they're take a left here. So I gotta call her worker and see what the case is here with this, because I'm like, it's passed. So I would like to get the money for the past 3 months, and then I need to figure out like why her worker's just letting her move out, because her worker doesn't understand that, you know, I mean, we're in the middle of a lease here. Like, she doesn't just get to move out whenever she wants to. I didn't say, no, go straight. Thanks. So I'm gonna call them and see what's up with that. That's great. I love the fatigue of that whole situation where I'm just like, I literally, and that's what I told her. I said, there's no point in talking right now because all you're gonna do is just say how you didn't do anything. I said, just take some accountability for stuff and that's it. Oh, you blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Bye. That's pretty much it. So, anywho, that's all we got for that one. So we're gonna move on to the next house and we'll let you guys see what we're going on over there. All right. Show business, right? We did a great job. That lady, I said that we made her living room and the bedroom look a lot nicer, and then the claiming that it's all my fault. When you get into Section 8 housing, a very big lesson is that it is always your fault. And even if it's not, and you're always going to be the one blamed by your tenant. Those people lived in that house, and they have lived in that house since like 2022 or 2023, so like 2 or 3 years. And everything that has gone wrong in that house, and the destruction and the lack of hygiene is all my fault. And it doesn't make any sense. And their brains literally have this thing called common sense, and it is shut off immediately once they get on the Section 8 program. So when you're doing this, you have to be aware that this is what you're going to deal with all the time. And see, Mahmoud watched it, and he was like, I've never seen a tenant yell at you. I've never seen this happen. And me, I'm just sitting here like calmly like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying he's like freaking out like, oh my gosh. Like, but I'm just saying it's very jarring at first. But when it happens 1,000 times, you just kind of like, whatever, dude. At this point. That's why like she's in the middle of yelling at me. And I just say to her, there's no point in this conversation. And it's not because there's no point in the conversation because of anything besides the fact that she's not going to listen and take accountability for anything, which we asked her to take accountability. I said, hey, she's got to take accountability. And she said, all right, Luke, you have a good day. And I was like, well, I hope you die. Which, that was rude. I shouldn't have said that. I hope she does have a good day. I hope she doesn't burn my house down. But if she does, we know her name, we know where she's at. We'll find her. All right, let's go into this house. So we see we haven't had anything painted on the outside here. But they're doing low-key jobs. But the low-key jobs, so there's only one car outside, which is great. There's no trash, nothing outside that you can see from the street. So it looks like just a house sitting here with someone living inside. Now in the back, you got all your stuff down here. We have the, I think I didn't show the people up here. We didn't walk up here with Coleman. I went through the house kind of a little bit, so we've seen what it looks like. So up here, they switched out some of the boards. A little movement. I love how Roberto did that and then was like, oh, look, it's good. Look over here. Like, when I point at something, you could just point the thing at it. You're like,
I was
you're like one of these tenants. You're one of these tenants, man. So the flashing right here is supposed to be way better than this. And it's just not. And we got to figure out a way to make the water stop going underneath. I really think that the door isn't right there. No. So it is that Roberto was absolutely... Like, there's some kind of mental illness that he had, because the door for underneath is like right here. I can literally look under and see it, and he just put flashing right there, and then didn't even caulk it at the top, and so yeah. I mean, just how stupid is that guy? I don't know. This is why he doesn't work anymore with us. We did put this on here too, which that probably helped, but I guarantee, because I can see sunlight, the water is just literally it's going behind this and then falling down and going underneath. But oh, that's locked. We'll go underneath and see if we can get inside. I want to show you guys inside. We'll see together what it looks like. But this coming together, this thing right here is good. I'm glad we have that. I got to get my plumber over here because I'm going to get him to push everything. I'm going to get him to either give him my snake or get him to rent one, and I'm going to have him snake out every bit of this drain so that everything is out. And I know that there's nothing clogging this anymore at all. No grease, no nothing. Now there isn't a car here. I think all these doors are locked. Interesting. Let's go knock on the front and see if they'll answer. All right, so we're in the house. We got this room looking absolutely fresh. Looks great. I'm going to leave the floors. I thought I was going to have to take them out. They've actually cleaned. It smells clean in here, which is weird. This room is done, cleaned, looks great. Bathroom needs to be, this has got to be repainted, which I'm guessing they're going to do. They got rid of all the black. This thing has to get changed out, which is what I told them I wanted done. It's like it needs to be the whole thing ripped out. I want to do something with this tile. I want to get all this white off of it. We also need to refinish the tub. So those are two things that need to get done. But this is, they got the niche in there. I mean, this is nice. What did you compare to what it used to look like? Hallway looks great. Kitchen's fine. Living room looks good. All cleaned in here. Super duper nice. They got rid of all the stuff on the walls, but they put this, and I'm going to tell them to leave that up because that's great. We have lots of light in here now, but we don't have anyone from the city or anyone peering in at us, which is very, very good. In here, it's all cleared out. They've got little touch-ups that they're doing everywhere, so they should probably still have to paint in here a lot or a little bit. All this cleaned. I told them I want this painted underneath the cabinet. Those need to be put back in the drawers. Then we're going to be able to put the stove and the refrigerator in here. But for all intents and purposes, and this is the other thing, is I try to keep telling them, I want these gone. Like, I don't, when I see these things, I don't want them on the, I don't know why they paint around them, they do everything. And like, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want anything. I don't want any of that stuff on the walls. And it's like, people just like, I don't understand like why people do this. This is still being sanded and making it look nice. All right, so remember how this looked last time we were here? Let's go through and see if it looks any different. Down here does. They must have mopped this. They did mop it. So they mopped all that. Looks good. They've lifted up those so you can actually see in here now. Looks very good. I hear some noises. Which means there's flooring going down. This room is done, I guess. Looks good. Floors have been cleaned. We left the floors the way here because they have to drain. And here, we've got the flooring going in. Looks great. Look, they even seamlessly went into the closet. Looks great, my friend. Muy bien. A huevo. A huevo. A huevo. Huevo. A huevo. Not huevo, that's egg. You just said that. A huevo. A huevo. See, he knows. He says yes. He started laughing. That meant that was good. So all this is going down. So we'll get quarter round around this whole thing. The floor is like super up and down. So hopefully this floor will hold. I probably won't. And I'll probably have to come back and do something like put a transition here or whatever, which we can do that. That's not a big deal. There's really nothing else we could do. We could jack this thing out, but I'm not going to deal with that. Not right now. But this is going to look super duper nice once they get done with all of it. Compared to what it used to look like. It's a huge bedroom now. So that would be really, really good. And yeah, I love how that window's just like right there, and you can look and see like that there's an AC unit in here. Let's go into this bathroom right here. Okay, so we got the tan tile. This looks so much better in here with the niche as well. Whoever does their tile, this is like probably the best tile work because the niche is like, it doesn't, like the lines, like they even have it where they have it like staggered, which other people wouldn't do. And look, these lines actually kind of line up. I can't believe it. All the way around. Now these aren't like perfectly even. I'm not asking them to make them perfectly even. It doesn't really matter. If it was at my house, I would care. But you can see like right here, they got this sheetrock in. This window's just wide open. But again, you'll be able to use this bathroom appropriately, which is good. We have the window right there, so we don't have to put a vent fan in. We'll get rid of this tile, put a new one in. That toilet stays, that vanity stays. I don't know who came over here and cleaned, but whoever did is very good. I'm very happy with it. So like this room looks great. We're gonna have to deal with this, figuring this out. Probably just paint it. At this point, it would save a lot of money. We just paint. We gotta get the handrail back on, which I don't see the handrail here anymore. So I'm gonna guess that they probably threw it away. Or no, it's right over there. Perfect. It's over there in the room. So this house is looking very, very good. Now there's some things, like I said, that we're gonna have to take care of, which is gonna be the flashing over there, over that door. This kitchen, there's some of the tiles are cracked. I don't really think that it matters, and no one's gonna really notice them. Oh no, I thought they did. I thought they took them out. So like, there's one right there. There's one right there. My thing is like, take those out, put like the tile we have downstairs in. I hate tile when it comes to these floors. This is like what they did in like the 80s, in the early 90s, is the 12 by 12 tile. And I remember my mom always wanted this stuff. Thank God we didn't do that, because literally it went out of style so quickly. Anyway, we got to get a new cover for that. But like I said, the living room, bedrooms, those are fine. Downstairs bedrooms are good. 4-bedroom. I have the ladies' rafter paper. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in just so we can hopefully get it done. Look at this. They switched this out and put one of those USB ones here. That's why I love Del Toya. She was so sick. I wish she didn't leave. But you know what? She bought her own house. So that's a good thing. Anyway, that's it for today. Did they attach? They didn't attach these. And they did. They reattached the gutters. That's what I wanted. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, that's it for today. We're gonna head on out, maybe go get some kava or something, right? Why is this? Perhaps some kava. It is Goodman Friday. So anyway, we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then I don't care. Actually, I do. He knows I care.
Please enjoy. It would mean the world to us.
Mom doesn't even get anything out of this. I don't get anything out of this. Let's lock that door. All right, the door. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one.